What's up guys? So in 4 easy steps, I'm going to show you how to set your macros. So if you're trying to build muscle or lose weight, this video is for you. So for step 1 is really easy. All you gotta do is find your maintenance calories. So for this example, we're gonna use a 180 pound male. So all you gotta do is find your body weight. So like I said, we're gonna use 180 pound inch male. So you get your body weight, so you gotta find your body weight first, and all you gotta do is multiply by 14. And I recommend to multiply by 14 if you're a female or you're a male trying to cut. If you're a male trying to bulk, I suggest to multiply your body weight times 17. So this is the body weight right here. And once you multiply this, it will give you your maintenance weight right here. So for example, this 180 pound male is going to consume 2,500 calories just to maintain the weight that he has right now. So let's say that he wants to do a cut. So it's pretty easy. All you gotta do is take some calories of that number. So if you're trying to bulk, all you gotta do is add some numbers to that number. So pretty easy, right? And like I said, if you're a female, I recommend you to multiply your body weight times 14 just so you stay on the lower calories. And if you're trying to bulk for males, I recommend you to stay on the range of 17 or above 14. Okay, so for step 2, it's really easy as well. All you gotta do is find your protein intake. So it's gonna be a little bit different if you're trying to cut or you're trying to bulk. So if you're trying to cut, you wanna get your body weight times 1.0 or 1.2 grams of protein. Whenever you're cutting, you lose some muscle, so I recommend having higher protein so you can retain more muscle as possible. And then if you're bulking, you don't need that much protein, so what you can do is lower the protein, and so you're gonna get your body weight times 0.08, or you can go 1.0 grams of protein. I mean, if you like having your protein and you're bulking, you can go with these numbers as well, but then that's gonna leave less room for your carbs and your fats. So we have the 180 pound male, multiply times whatever he's trying to do, cut or bulk, and that's gonna equal his protein intake. So really easy to follow. So now moving on to step 3, you want to find your fat. So it's really easy as well. So whenever you're cutting or you're bulking, you want to consume 20 to 30% of your calories to be fat. So if you want to cut, I recommend to stay on the 20% fats, and if you're trying to bulk, then you can go maybe 25 or 30% of your calories to be fat. So what you want to do is, so like for example, we have the 180 pound male, right? So his maintenance calories were 25,000 calories. So if he's cutting, he's gonna go with a 20%. So all you gotta do is multiply the 20% into the 25,000 calories. So 25,000 calories times 0.2, and that's gonna give him his fats. So let me do it real quick. Let me do the math. Okay, so we know that 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. So after you get these numbers, what you want to do is you're going to divide this number. So divide by 9. So get this number and divide it by 9. So you can get your fats. So for example, on this 180 pound guy, you get the 500 and divide it by 9. So this guy right here is going to be consuming 55 grams of fat. And if you want to bulk, if you want it to be on the higher end of the fats, he'll be consuming, let's see, 750 divided by 9. He can consume up to 83 grams of fat. So it's just preference. Some people react different to fats. So you know, if you're trying to cut and fats really affect your body, maybe you want to go with the lower end. And maybe 20% is too much as well. So maybe you can even go 15%. So all you gotta do is 25,000 times 0.15. So it will give you your calories. And then if your fats don't affect you that much, then you can go on the higher end with 30%. So this is just an example. All you gotta do is plug in your numbers, and then it will give you how much fat you should be taking. So really simple. Okay, so 4 and the final step. This is the easiest step. So all you gotta do is find your carbs. So for the example that we had a 180-pound male whose maintenance calories were 25,000, and we had decided that let's decide that this male enjoys having high protein. So he's gonna intake 260 grams of protein, and then he reacts bad to fat. So he's gonna be on the lower side of the fat. So he's gonna go with the 55 grams of fat. So what you want to do is find the total amount of calories for the protein and the fat. So you want to multiply the 216 times 4, because that's how many calories it equals, and you're gonna get 864 calories. And then you go with the fats, and you get the 55 grams of fats times 9, and it's gonna give you 495 calories. So after you add those numbers, it's gonna give you 1,359 calories. So that's the total amount of calories for these two, the protein and the fats. So then, like we said, his maintenance weight calories was 25,000. What you want to do is subtract the total number of calories for these two, and this is going to give you 1,141 calories, which is your carbs. So all you got to do for the final step is divide it by 4, because we know that 1 gram of carbs equals 4 grams of calories. So what you got to divide it. So let me do the math real quick. Gonna get 285 grams of carbs. So now you have all three. So all you gotta do is plug it in. So now I have my protein, my fats, and now I have my carbs. So my carbs is going to be 285 grams. So now I have my three numbers, my proteins, my fats, and my carbs. And that's how you say your macros. Really simple. Hopefully you understood everything I explained. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and I'll try to explain and answer your question, or maybe just make a video answering the question that you asked. But it's pretty simple. All you gotta do is follow the 4 steps. It doesn't take more than 5 minutes or even 3 minutes once you know how to do everything. So all you're doing is plugging in the numbers, and you'll get your macros. So it's that simple.